Hello there. Welcome to online English language class. And this is your popular online English language teacher, Austin Abimbola Moshebi. And today I'm going to be teaching you the topic Concord. So most of the time, I don't feel bad when I see or hear people making making grammatical blunders. And then how it sounds when you want to make correction or you want to correct somebody in the public. So it is not always something that is pleasant. And so I decided to teach this particular topic so that instead of correcting people in the public or making them feel embarrassed, they can learn on their own and apply the principles whenever they want to make English sentences. So this topic is going to help individuals or students who want to speak correctly. So let's go into the class. Right? Concord is in English grammar, concord refers to the agreement that must exist between different parts of a sentence. And for the sentence to be grammatically correct and logical, the rule of concord has to be applied when speaking. So the most common form of concord is known as the subject-verb agreement. That is, the verb of a sentence must agree with the subject in that particular sentence in terms of number. So when we're talking of number, maybe singular person, or you're talking of plural persons. Or when you're talking of persons, maybe in terms of first person, second person, or third person, as the case may be. So concord helps an individual to maintain orderliness and clarity in language. And without concord, sentences sound awkward, confusing, and then completely wrong. So now this takes us to the types of concord. There are different types of concord, but for the sake of this lesson, I am going to be talking about the following. Number one is grammatical concord. So, which is otherwise known as the subject-verb agreement. This is the most common type of concord. And then when we talk of subject-verb agreement, it means that the subject and verb must agree for you to have a grammatically complete sentence. All right. Now, let me just say this. The usual thing that people know and that usually confuse some people is that a singular, like when you're talking of singular and plural, like the primary school knowledge, we believe that everything that is singular must be without S. And then every noun that is singular rather must be without S. And then every noun that is plural must be with S. Correct. But when it comes to verb, this is in the other way around. So when we're talking of singular verb, usually singular verb attracts S. Are you trying to get what I'm trying to say? So like when you have a singular verb, for example, comes, it has S. So that is singular. Unlike in the singular noun or subject where you have S, like boy is singular, and then boys with that S is plural. But when it comes to verb, it is not the same. A singular verb comes with S, like comes, goes, sings, jumps. These are singular verbs. But plural verb does not come with S. The plural of comes is going to be come without S. The plural of goes is going to be go without S. The plural of sings is going to be sing without S. A plural of jumps is going to be jump without s. So these are the things that I want you to know before we move into the topic. Now, examples of subject verb agreement concord. Now, the girl sings beautifully. From the knowledge of what I told you in singular verb and plural verb, you would understand that the singular, the verb that is used in this place is a singular verb, sings, while the subject is a singular subject. Are you listening now? Singular subject, girl. And then we have singular verb, sings. Then the adjective, the beautifully in that place is an adjective. So that is a correct sentence. The girl sings beautifully, not the girl sing beautifully. I hope that is understood. Number two example is the girls sing beautifully. So when you have plural subject, then you must use plural verb. Remember I said plural verb doesn't take s, though plural noun take s. So the girls, plural noun, then verb, sing, plural verb, beautifully. Correct. Now, the girls sings, girls, plural, and sings, singular verb, beautifully. Incorrect and ungrammatical. I hope you understand this now. So can we dive to the next? All right. So concord of person is the number two type of concord that I'm going to be talking about today. The verb must agree with the person of the subject, whether the first person, the second person, or the third person. First person, I, second person, you, third person, they. I hope you're getting that. Now, for example, I am happy. First person singular, I. And the verb that goes along with that I is am. Do you get that? Now, the second example we have you are happy. You, second person, goes with uh, a plural verb. You are happy. No, you is happy. All right. The third one is he is happy. Third person singular. He is. You're referring to somebody else. He is happy. So third person takes third person singular take uh, a singular verb. Is. All right. The third one is the concord of proximity or nearest noun rule. When there are two or more subjects joined by either or, neither nor, not only, but also the verb agrees with the subject. The verb must agree. It's imperative that the verb agrees with the subject that is closest to it. Now, for example, neither the teacher nor the students are present. Neither the teacher, the first subject of that sentence is the teacher. Now, the second subject of that sentence is the student. So, what is near to the verb is students, and student is a plural noun. So, we are going to use plural verb for it, which is what? Are. Are you getting it? So, you don't make a statement and say, neither the teacher nor the students is present. Incorrect. So, number two, either the boys, plural subject, or the girl, singular subject. We have two subjects in that place, the boys, plural, the girl. So you wouldn't say because you have the boys and the girl, you must use are. No. The law of proximity or nearest of noun rule says the one that is close to the verb determines what type of verb you use. So in this case, girl is the closest noun or subject to the verb. And then in that case, we're going to use is as the verb. So it is going to be either the boys or the girls is to blame, not are to blame. Is that taken? All right. So number 3 is what we refer to as notional concord. That is concord of meaning, notion. Here, the verb must agree as a matter of imperative. It must agree with the meaning of the subject. The verb must agree with the meaning of the subject and not necessarily the grammatical form. And if, this often applies to collective nouns. When we are having collective nouns in our sentence. For example, a collective noun like team. The team is winning. You can't say a team like Arsenal. Say the team are winning. No, team is a singular noun in this place, and which is used as that is treated as an entity or a unit. So it must take the verb is, not are. The team are arguing among themselves. So when you want to use are alongside the collective noun team, then it means you must use it in a sense that you are addressing or you are treating them as individuals. Like, okay, we have 11 members of a team now. So when you want to say the 11 members are arguing among themselves, then you can use are. But when you are referring to them as a collective unit, then you use is. I hope this is understood. All right. Now I'm happy you're following me. Now, the next one, number 4, is concord with indefinite pronouns. Concord with indefinite pronouns. And in this case, I said some indefinite pronouns are always singular. Indefinite pronouns are always singular. Some of them are always singular, and others are plural. And in this case, the verb must match accordingly. If it is singular, then the verb you use must be a singular form. And if it is plural, the verb you will use must be in a plural form. Are you following me now? Now, singular indefinite pronouns. We want to have an example of singular indefinite pronouns. For example, we have each is a singular indefinite pronoun. Everyone, somebody, nobody, anybody, everything, etc. So these are singular indefinite pronouns. And the example are these. So like I told you, remember that I said all of these singular indefinite pronouns must take a singular verb. Remember singular verb, something like is, while the plural verb is are. All right? So everyone is here. Don't ever say again, everyone are here or everyone are present there. No, that is incorrect. So you say everyone is here. Is that correct? Is that taken? All right. Number 2, you say somebody wants to speak. Wants. Remember, that is singular. Verb that has s is singular. The one without s is plural. Okay, somebody wants to speak. Don't say somebody want to speak with you. No. You say somebody wants to speak with you. Hope that is understood. All right, so let's move to the next. Now, we have the next one, number 5, I guess, plural indefinite pronouns. Plural indefinite pronouns. Examples of plural indefinite pronouns are something like few, many, several, both, others, etc. Now, let's have examples of how these are used. Plural indefinite pronouns would take plural verb. All right, example, many are called. Like the popular saying, many are called, few are chosen. So you won't say many, or if you're saying many were called, few were chosen. So not many is called, few is chosen. No. Are you getting that? So many are called. Correct. Many is used as plural indefinite pronouns, and in that case, it takes plural verb. Ha. Few have arrived, or few people have arrived. Not few people is arrived, or is arrived, or has arrived. Few people have arrived. Few have arrived. I hope you're going along with me. It's as simple as that. So that when you master all this, you can play this video over and over. And then when you master it, you begin to have grammatically correct sentences. All right? What are the common Concord rules in sentences? So let's look at the common Concord rule in sentences. Now, the first rule of Concord is this: a singular subject takes a singular verb. A singular subject takes a singular verb. For example, the boy reads well. The boy, one boy that is singular, reads, not the boy read. Please, for those of you who usually confuse yourself or write grammatically incorrect sentences on social media, please, I want you to learn this. Pay attention to this. You are learning this for free now. So the boy reads well, not the boy read well. Remember, the boy is a singular person, and then it takes a singular verb. The singular verb is with S. A plural verb is without S. Is that understood? All right, let's move on. Number two, a plural subject takes a plural verb. For example, the boys read well. Now, boys read well, not the boys reads, because you have boys, which you think is the plural subject, and then you want to add S to the reads. The boys reads well. Incorrect. So say the boy or the boys read. The boy reads. I hope you're following me. Now, number three, two singular nouns, when joined by the conjunction or coordinating conjunction and, usually take a plural verb if they are referred to if they refer to different entities, and takes a singular verb if it refers to the same entity. Please don't mind that the omissions I have there. So what I'm saying in particular is that two different nouns, when they are joined with a coordinating conjunction and, usually take a plural verb if they refer to different entities. That is, if they're referring to different things. But if they are referring to one thing or same entity, you have a singular verb. For example, my brother and my sister are students. My brother is different from my sister. So they are two different entities. So my brother and my sister are students. Are students. Okay? Bread and butter is delicious. Bread and butter is delicious. You know, bread and butter usually go along with each other. And in this case, they are considered as one entity. Why? Because bread is a constraint of the ingredient that is used in butter. So whether you like to apply butter on your bread while you're eating it, or you don't want to apply, butter is still part of bread making. So bread and butter is delicious, not are delicious. Now, but when you talk of different entities like bread and tea, you can decide to drink tea without eating bread, or you can decide to take bread without eating tea. So they are two different entities. So bread and tea are delicious. I hope that is understood. All right. Now, when another rule, number four, is when two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, use a singular verb. When two singular nouns refer to one person or one entity, use a singular verb. An example of that, the teacher and counselor is in the office. Here, the teacher and the counselor is referring to one person. The teacher and counselor is in the office. So the teacher is the same person as the counselor. Then you use the verb is, not are, because you're referring to one entity or one person. I hope this is understood. Number two, the teacher and the counselor are in the office. Two different entities. How did I know that these are two different entities? You will notice that we have the same sentence as example 1 and 2, but there is a difference there. If you look at it, the teacher is used for the first singular noun or subject, while the canceller is also used for the second one. So the teacher, there is a use of determiner in that place, the teacher, and then we have the canceller. So the determiner, has already shown that we have two different subjects or two different persons or two different entities. So in this case, when you have a determiner preceding each of these singular nouns, then we are going to use a plural verb. I hope this is clearly understood. Now, number 5, with expressions of time, distance, or money treated as a unit, use a singular verb. With expressions of time, distance, or money treated as a unit, use a singular verb. So, when you're talking of money, 10,000 naira is a lot of money. You are not going to be saying 10,000 naira are a lot of money. So, money is treated as one unit or as a singular subject. 10,000 naira is a lot of money, not 10,000 naira are a lot of money. 1 million naira is too much, not 1 million naira are too much. I hope that is understood. Now, when a subject is followed by an interrupting phrase, ignore the phrase and match the verb with the subject. Now, I'm going to show you an example of that. When you have a subject stated in a sentence, then you have some a group of words, a phrase that interrupt or that comes immediately after that subject before the verb. You must ignore those phrases of that phrase rather that comes interrupting the subject and focus on the subject, especially when the subject is even demarcated by a comma. Is that understood? Now let's have an example of that. The boy, you can see the boy is demarcated with a comma, along with his friends. Is playing, not are playing. Along with his friends can be deleted out of that place. The boy is playing. The boy is playing. The boy is the subject of our discussion, which means he is our focus. So there is just along with his friends is just an interrupting phrase because of the demarcation there. So we already have a demarcation of with a pause or what is it called? A comma. So when you have a subject demarcated by a comma and you have an interrupting phrase, then your focus must be on that subject, which means you're going to use is as your verb and not are. Is that understood, please? All right. So that ends the class, and I'm sure you've really enjoyed this class today. So until I come your way again, I want you to take a look at these practice questions, and then you can send your answers to me through in the comment section. I'm going to tell you what are the correct answers when you do that. So before I leave, I have this for you. Do you need an English language teacher, a lesson teacher, or an IGCSE or IELTS tutor for your child? We are just a call away. So I'll be glad to receive you in my private class. So till I come your way again, I am your online English language teacher, Abimbola Omoshebi. Thanks. Cheers.